Where do we go when we die? We're unraveling this medical mystery and examining the last moments of life.
And I remember feeling so at peace and so free of all the burdens in life.
Plus, the ladies of The Real ask your burning health questions.
Got one that I'm almost too embarrassed to ask.
Coming up next.
Y'all ready for season 10?
Yeah!
I love you, Dr. Oz.
All of a sudden, I heard a voice.
When I opened my eyes, I was no longer on Earth.
In just a moment, I was somewhere else.
Today, we unravel a medical mystery. What do we really know about where we go when we die? We're about to take an eye-opening look into the moment when your body takes its last breath and what comes next. Dr. Jeffrey Long, who has studied over 4,000 cases of people who had near-death experiences, joins us with the latest research into death. Pastor Corey Hambrick will show us where faith and science intersect in death. Plus, we hear from two women who say they passed over and managed to return. What they saw might bring you hope. Let's start with the latest science of death. Dr. Long, thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
There's a lot of new information about what happens to our body when we die. Please share that with us.
Sure. We always thought that dying was like an on and off button. You go from being alive to permanently dead. But in recent years, scientists are finding new evidence that says that when we die, our brain cells may take hours and possibly even longer to become irreversibly damaged, leading to death. We now think of death as a process occurring over time and not a sudden abrupt end of everything.
What are the similarities that you're identifying, what people see and where they go in these near-death experiences?
Well, while no two near-death experiences are the same, there are some characteristic features that are commonly observed. In my studies, I found that 45% had an out-of-body experience, 64% met a mystical light, and 74% had a level of consciousness and alertness during their experience even greater than they had during their earthly everyday life. Other characteristics include intense, generally positive emotions. They may review their prior life experiences. They may meet deceased loved ones. And they may even be involved in a decision about a return to their earthly life.
I love when scientists can bridge this gap into the unknown, because we don't know, right? You can't possibly know for sure. So let's explore where faith and science intersect with death. Just like a doctor, a faith leader is one of the last people that a person will see before they die. Pastor Corey Hambrick is not only seeing patients by the bedside and in their homes, but he's also worked in a funeral home as well. So you just heard a science leader talk about where doctors might think your body goes when you die.
Of course.
As a faith leader, where do you think we go? What happens to our spirit?
Well, first of all, Dr. Oz, we have to understand that we are tripartite beings, which means we're made up of body, spirit, and soul. Our body, if you will, is the physical aspect of our being, whereas our spirit is the non-physical aspect of our being, and the spirit actually leaves the body. And so we believe that you don't die and go directly to heaven, but there is somewhat of a waiting area. Some would call several types of waiting area purgatory, but we refer to it as paradise or Abraham's bosom. And our faith teaches us that, and that's what we tend to lead to believe and what gives us courage and faith every single day.
Let me show what happens next.
Sure.
You say the next stage is about heaven.
Correct.
Right? So help us understand what that might look like. Give us an idea of what that might feel like.
Well, many would look at it as a glacial type place. Some people think of the clouds. Some people think of maybe even a land flowing with milk and honey, because scriptures does allude to that. Now, obviously, we know everyone doesn't believe the same thing, but research, as you know, it helps us be stronger. It helps us understand what we're really saying, and that way we can fact check, and then we learn more.
And it fulfills our needs in different ways.
Yes.
An even clearer picture of what happens when we die is emerging from those who have actually experienced death. They've actually been there themselves. This next story defies all odds. I know about it personally. Take a look.
I was married in 2008. And 2 months later, I found out I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. I began 6 months of chemotherapy. I ended up in remission. Everything was going well. All of a sudden, one day I just started not feeling well. I was complaining to my husband that both of my arms felt heavy. That's when he rushed me to my local hospital. After we arrived, I flatlined right in his arms, and doctors were unable to resuscitate me for over 90 minutes. That was the moment that I immediately crossed over.
That was Sherry, who flatlined for nearly 90 minutes. She's here today to share what happened after her heart stopped and what she learned when she came back to life. I've got to say, I know your story personally, so I knew it took a series of miracles to get you just to be sitting next to me today. But I want to examine what was happening inside of you, your experience while we were outside trying to save your life.
Yeah.
What were those last moments like when life was slipping away?
I remember it being really quick, actually. I remember a couple of seconds right before I flatlined, and I remember saying to myself, wow, I had spent my whole life worrying and seeing, like, wondering, how do you prepare for that moment when you die? And the first thought in my mind was, that was so easy. And it was so quick. And I remember feeling so at peace.
There were other beings there, as you describe it. What were they doing? What were they saying?
Yeah, it was interesting because from this instant moment where I crossed over, it was really this beautiful white light. So it wasn't scary. I was very safe, and I found myself surrounded by like 6 beings, and they were surrounding me in like a circle, and I felt free. And I remember realizing that they were talking to me telepathically. And one of the things that I was trying to say to them was, I know I died. I know why I'm here. I love it here. It's beautiful, it's peaceful. I want to stay. And they gave me time to think about that. And that's when a series of lifetime reviews began. And it wasn't just a lifetime review of the past life I had just left. It was a lifetime review of just every single lifetime that my soul had ever experienced.
I'm smiling because I've heard similar stories from my own patients, and since doing the show, and after 10 years, you get to talk to all the real world experts. You keep hearing these recurring concepts. Let me show everyone else what they would have seen if they were there watching you. And what saved your life is technology that's relatively new. Your past lives wouldn't have been able to benefit from it. Something called an LVAD, or left ventricular assist device, a life-saving tool that kept Sherry alive by hooking up to her heart and then taking the blood out of the heart, because the heart can't pump it on its own anymore. And this mechanical device, and it sort of circulates through here and pumps the blood back up. So it's a piggyback heart. Now, I helped research and develop these LVADs, and I ran Columbia's program where Sherry actually had her surgery. And then the program, when I came to do the show, was led by my colleague and close friend of 25 years, Dr. Yoshi Naka. He now runs the program, and he was the one who actually saved Sherry's life. And I'm always curious to talk to physicians, especially if I ever fall over and need heart surgery, send me to him.
Yes.
The best surgeon that I know. So what were you thinking about when you first saw Sherry's case? This is not going to be a pretty picture for any physician to look at.
Well, I thought the chance is slim, simply based on the history that she was CPR. She had CPR at 90 minutes. Our data shows that that kind of long CPR usually is not associated with a good result.
Yeah, not having a good result is the same as having a really bad result. And Sherry, what do you have to say to Dr. Naka?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, thank you. Thank you for everything.
My pleasure.
Without the LVAD, I would not still be alive. That's for sure. I was on the LVAD for 4.5 years until my heart transplant. So thank you for not only saving my life, but being so supportive and so good to my family. And we are forever grateful for you.
I'm glad you're doing well, Sherry. Thank you for sharing your story. Yoshi, as always, for being the best. Thanks for being here. Up next,
Thank you.
what another woman who nearly died says pushed her back to life, and what everyone who's lost a loved one needs to know right now. Stay with us.
The sizzle of bacon. Could this breakfast staple put you at risk? The story you haven't heard. Is there a bacon cover-up? And we've got the scoop on low-calorie ice cream. They claim you can eat the whole pint. Is that a blessing or a curse? Plus, 6 reasons to fall for Shamar Moore. It's real! All New Oz. That's coming up on Monday.
When I was a psychologist working with the terminally ill cancer patients, many times they saw old relatives or angels, and I doubted that it actually could be, but that changed when I had my own experience. I was working out at the gym, and all of a sudden I had burst a cerebral aneurysm. The ambulance took me to the hospital. I was admitted into the surgical ICU unit. They said, "You're really sick. We're going to take you to another room." That's when I looked up and saw the light, and I started moving toward it, and I realized I was crossing over.
Today we've been asking, what do we know about where we go when we die? You just heard from Mary Jo, whose friends and family were preparing to say goodbye to her. But you're still here.
Yes.
Which I'm happy about.
I'm very happy.
What do you remember about those moments when you were on the brink, on the next to the abyss of death?
What I remember is that this light I saw was so interesting. It was not like a light I had ever seen before, and I was in it. It's like it came and embraced me. I was in it, and as I was going into it, I felt like I also saw behind me, and I was able to see my body, but I had no attachment to it at all. And then the place, the tunnel was so warm and just comforting. And as I moved through it, then I came to a larger room.
And what ultimately pushed you back towards us?
Well, when I came to this other room that was a pink luminescent color, I had the feeling that God was holding me. And he talked to me and he called me by my name. And the first thing he said is, "Mary Jo, you cannot stay." And I was very upset because I wanted to stay. It was so beautiful. And I started saying, "Why not?" I protested. And then its voice was just in my skin, and it said, "Let me ask you one thing. Have you ever loved another human like you've been loved here?" And I said, "No, it's impossible."
Well, you had to come back even though you wanted to stay.
Yes, it told me, when I said I could not love like that, it held me close and it said, "You can do better." And
you can do better.
I woke up
with your husband next to you.
With my husband crying next to me. And and he was really scared. And he said that they had told him that I may not come back the same, but he had to sign these consents. And he was so scared to make this decision. And I said, "Just sign it. I'm not going to die. I just talked to God." And I didn't know in what capacity, but I knew I would live.
Let me bring Sherry back in, because both of you have had near-death experiences. You've had a second chance. What do you have to say to people who may have lost someone they've loved dearly and are feeling pain because of that?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely felt connected and could still connect with people that were in my life, even though I was on the other side. And I really want people to know, especially around the times of the holidays, and especially when you're used to having these special traditions with your loved ones, they may not physically be around, but they can still feel you. They're still connected to you, and you can take the time to really just reach out and connect with them. You can speak with them, you can think about them, and know that you're really not separated from them. They're just in another form. And all is not lost. They are still there. They're still connected to your heart.
If you don't mind, I don't do this too often, but there's someone in the audience who seems to have been touched by this. You okay if I ask you a question? Why was Sherry's comments affecting you so deeply?
Both of us lost pretty much our whole families. As a matter of fact, we were sitting right over there last year when his mom was here with us, and she's not now. And we're dreading the holidays. So, because they're all gone. But you guys brought us so much comfort saying that. And not that we think.
I hope the holidays are nicer for you.
Thank you, God.
And God bless you for coming back.
Thank you, God.
Sherry, Mary Jo, thanks for being here. We'll be right back, everybody. These roses are for a group of women who made me their hashtag Man Crush Monday. I was surprised and honored. The women of the real, Tamara, Lonnie, Adrian, and Janine. Come on. You're something else. How are you? Janine, how are you? Thanks. Gosh, I love the energy. Adrian, I was so flattered. I really was. And I know the ideal dream is to get checked out plus the hoverboard date. But I'm a heart surgeon.
Okay.
So I thought I'd honor you with a little bit of poetry from the heart.
Oh, what's happening? Oh, wait. Oh, cute.
Tamara,
Music.
some say it takes two, but you are the one who gives my heart palpitations.
Oh.
Lonnie, it's your comedy that fills me with jubilation.
Oh.
Jeannie, you give my heart a workout full of circulation. And Adrian, oh my Adrian, without your friendship, I'd ask for a do not resuscitation.
Yes. Very lovely. That was amazing.
I could never top you guys, but I can
made all my dreams come true right now.
It is. Oh my goodness. So part of the reason I wanted to.
So sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very kind.
Very nice.
Oh, I like
Very
that.
nice.
Responded. So I've enjoyed visiting you.
Yes.
I enjoy watching The Real,
Thank
and I know you
you.
have lots of questions. So
Yes.
we can dive into it. I'm telling you, got a long laundry list.
Okay.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
Tamara's first. Take it away.
Okay. Is hangry actually a real thing? And why do some people experience more than others, like Lonnie?
Now, you all know hangry is when you're angry, when you're hungry. You all know that, right?
Yes.
We have that in our friend. So, Lonnie, since she brought you and threw you under the bus,
Yeah.
can I just brag on you for a second?
Oh, what?
The Lonnie's Lost Challenge, you probably all heard about it.
Yes.
But I've specifically seen it on Lonnie. I've got some pictures of you. Went from a size 24 to a size 18, if I can brag on you.
That's a major difference.
Thank you.
It is hard. It's kudos to you.
Thank
but sometimes hanger accompanies the loss in dress sizes.
Yes, and I just want to thank my co-hosts because they deal with me being, hangry. So we really need help to help me to be better to my co-hosts.
All right, let me show you what's going on with you, Lonnie. But it happens to all of us.
Okay.
Most of us. I should say all of us.
Okay.
So
All right.
when your blood sugar falls, right, your body's natural response is to try to help the dropping blood sugar by elevating two hormones called cortisol and epinephrine. You've heard of them, right? Yes. And those make you hangry because they're there for the blood sugar, but they're not there for all the other side effects of taking hormones. Right? So all of a sudden you're irritable, you're angry, you're frustrated, and without realizing it, hangry's coming out of every word you say.
Wow.
So
That is me. I am that thing right there.
With hangry pouring out.
And epinephrine makes your heart go faster, right?
It does. But it's seriously, hormones influence in such powerful ways. We don't always figure it out till later on. But again, you want those hormones because they get your blood sugar up temporarily. So the best thing you can do is use food instead of the hormones. So what do you snack on when you feel hangry?
Maybe carbs.
Yeah.
We do a lot of chips. We do popcorn. Chips. We do
Skinny popcorn?
pita chips.
No?
Skinny popcorn's good.
Okay.
Chips I'm worried about. Definitely not candies.
M&Ms.
You know the problem is, our natural instinct is to take sugar in because we're low on sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
But the things that have a lot of sugar in them actually mess up your hormones even worse. So they worsen the hangriness. You're okay for 5 minutes, you burn brightly, but briefly, then boom, and then you can't pull up anymore.
That's
Right.
Because you got no sustenance.
Wow.
So I've got the solution for you.
Tell us.
Please help us.
Because I love you so dearly. This is what I eat, blackberries.
Ooh.
Really?
That's me in my dressing room right there.
You know they say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Whoa!
Yes.
Well, these are all yours, my dear. Some blackberries from blackberries. All right. Speaking of topics that are interesting, you got another question right here, Lottie.
Okay. I enjoy wine, and we all do.
Yeah.
Is it still okay? Yeah. Is it still beneficial to have one glass a day?
Just one glass?
Just
well, you know, I might.
She'll have two.
Maybe two.
How many members of the panel like to enjoy a glass of wine?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Adrian doesn't.
I have recognized that I'll be 35 in a week and a half, I can get a hangover from just one glass of wine. No, I'm not lying. Like, I literally, and it's just not worth it to me anymore.
Yeah, well, it's one of the problems with wine.
It makes me feel terrible.
Well, then I'll just take her glass of wine.
Like, I literally will feel awful. And I used to love drinking when I was younger.
Cheers.
Guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. You
Just give her a little sip.
blackberry.
I feel so left out.
Dr. Oz, this is so cool. It's real wine.
I know, it's good wine. But here's the catch, should you be drinking it? So here's the thing. All my career, I've been telling folks, because I was told this by my teachers, that a glass of wine a day was actually good for you. And we know there are other parts of the world that tends to be sort of true. But then this huge study that just came out, it's breaking news, everybody. And it's alarming to me because it says the current recommendations probably aren't right. That we should not be drinking a glass of wine a day. It says that drinking a glass of wine every day can increase the chance of dying, for example, from cancer by 30%.
What? Really?
Yes. What a downer, right? That's stated. There's a lot of other studies that say, historically, like when I was learning this stuff, that is actually okay. So what are you going to say? I went through them all. I had my medical unit. You know, we've got this whole group of folks that are pretty young doctors.
Sure.
They went through this all, and after a lot of effort, we came up with a conclusion that I think most doctors will agree with.
Okay.
Which is, you can protect your health with wine, because it does have a benefit to your heart, if you drink it once every other day. So 3 times a week.
Oh!
So 3 times a week?
3 times a week.
That's not that bad. I can do
Not
that.
bad. You could do that?
Cheers to that. Yes.
Not that size, though. Up next, another hot topic. We're investigating long-lasting polish, nail polish. It doesn't chip. You guys all like it. You're all wearing it. Looks pretty. But there's an ugly truth about the health risks of using them. Stick around.
The sizzle of bacon. Could this breakfast staple put you at risk? The story you haven't heard. That's coming up on Monday.
Hey fam, so I'm backstage at The Real and we are about to go see Dr. Oz. I don't know if you know this, but we're kind of obsessed with nails up in here. So we're gonna see if he can match the manicure to the host. You got this, Dr. Oz?
So I always love a good challenge. We're gonna see which of these manicures are also beautifully done are owned by which member of The Real. So, first of all, I'm gonna go with Lonnie on that one.
Oh, how you guess that?
I'm just guessing. Beginner's luck. Jeannie, I'll take you on this one.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hey, no, you can't cheat.
All right, I'll go with Adrian and Tamara.
Hey,
Did I get it right? And I didn't cheat. Well, I had a little help from Lonnie. But I didn't cheat. Okay, now that I passed that test, question is, are they good for you? So is long-lasting nail polish, which I know is dominant in everyone's attention span, worthwhile? What do you guys think?
Who cares? They're so worth it.
Okay, do I think it's good for you? No. Do I think it's like gonna kill you? No either, but maybe I could be wrong.
So have you ever wondered what's in those acrylics, those different chemicals and then
I have. It
polishes?
doesn't smell pretty. Smell it.
Yeah.
I always wonder why they have a mask on and why I don't.
It's true.
Do you all use long-lasting nail polishes?
Yeah, gel.
Yes. I do the gel because they last for 2 weeks longer, usually.
I just do it because I'm lazy, because I don't want to keep, repainting. Plus, we work so hard, so I just there. It's long-lasting, great.
And we bake them in acrylics.
We do acrylics.
All the way through.
See, I don't do acrylics. Are gels just as bad as acrylics?
Well, here's the thing. These long-lasting polishes all have something special in them because they wouldn't last so long otherwise, right? They're different from regular polishes. So there was a reason. The top coat, by the way, is more resilient. It's harder, so that's why it works. And there were chemicals in these polishes that worried me a lot. I did shows on them. None of them contain those chemicals. None of them.
Wow. Okay.
Really?
Yes. So kudos to the manufacturers. They actually listened to what we're talking about.
Okay.
They took them out. But I got another question. That takes care of the toxicity issue. But I want to talk about what happens to your own natural nail when you have those long-lasting polishes on. So, Jeannie, come on over. Because you're curious about it.
Yep, you go,
What's
Judy.
happening,
Go
doctor?
face the truth.
Uh-oh.
And one of my audience members volunteers.
Okay,
She wants extra wine. So Marcy's joining us, and she's going to allow us to put her nails under a magnifying glass. I understood you took your polish off for us today.
I did. It was not easy.
May I examine you?
Yes.
Okay. So you notice there's one nail here that's been left barren. This is see the nail?
Ooh.
See how it's sort of chippy? Let me go back up here to see the cuticle.
Girl.
Now,
That is not pretty.
well, first of all, you're brave for letting me do this. But secondly, you're not alone either. Because see how the actual nail is chipping?
Yeah, what's it supposed to look like? Smooth?
Well, it's supposed to look more like this.
Oh, doctor.
Now,
That's a healthy looking nail.
Now, I have to scrub my nails to operate, so it's not quite what it should be, but it's a little better. And the main difference is I don't put nail polish on, at least in public.
Okay.
Right? So when you see that, does that make you concerned at all, Marcy?
Absolutely. I mean, even without that, I'm concerned.
And Jeannie, these beautiful
Yeah, I
fingers
see
of
that.
yours.
I mean, look at my manicure, you guys. Everybody look at the tips. It's a half matte with a little shine.
I mean, elegantly, I like everything you do, but are you worried about the underlying nail?
I should be, but I don't know why I should be, because to be honest with you, even if it looks like that underneath, that's why I keep getting it covered. So what should I be afraid of?
Let's go join your colleagues. Thank you very much, Marcy. Because I think that's the key question. What are you going to do? Because I know you're not going to stop your nail polish.
Yeah.
Right? I've already tried that experiment with my daughters. It doesn't work.
Right.
So here's what I recommend. First of all, nail polish, the holiday, is an idea that's catching on now, which means when you take off the old polish, give it a couple days for your natural nail to breathe.
Okay.
Because the reason these polishes work in part is they can really embed themselves deep into the top layers of the nails. So when you take it off, allowing them to sort of regenerate a little bit is valuable. But the other thing is you guys probably use acetone to take them off.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? I get it. It's faster. But there are non-acetone products out there that don't dry out the nail. Because part of what happens is the long-lasting polishes suffocate the nail.
Yeah.
Then you dehydrate them more with the acetone. So use one of the non-acetone products. Takes a few seconds extra, but that
A few seconds.
All right.
Okay. All right.
You're right. It takes a lot longer.
Yes.
When you're rehearsing for the reel, just sit there for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peel it off.
All right.
All right. Now, this whole thing so far has been a preamble to what I'm really excited about, which is your last question. Because when we come back, the real question these women have been wanting to ask me since they got here, you're going to hear it, and it might make you blush. In fact, I know it will. Stick with us.
Oh, no.
We're back with the burning medical questions from the hosts of The Real. This is one they've been dying to ask. One of you wrote down a question with a card on it and slipped it backstage to my producer, Tennille. So I'm just warning everybody, it might be inappropriate for kids.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Tennille, can you read it, please?
Is it possible to break a man's penis during sex?
Good question.
Good question. But the question, did you ask it? So I actually had my audience.
Look at all the guys in the audience.
They're all-
Their faces like.
Yeah, they all sat up tall. They sat up tall. So I asked the audience who they thought asked that question, because I was curious what they think about you guys, because they're all big fans. Right? So each audience member was supposed to place a little marble into a jar if they thought that co-host of The Real asked the question. Here they are. You see who's voting for you, who's not voting for you. Right? There you are.
That
All
is
four
funny.
names there. Right? And who did they think asked the broken penis question? Tennille.
Who was the winner?
Oh. What name is that?
Well, it looks like Lonnie.
Lonnie Love.
Really?
Lonnie Love.
Really, audience?
I just got a visual.
I have an electrical engineering degree. I already know the answer.
Yes.
Oh.
Go get her.
All right.
Go get her. All right, so you didn't ask the question, I gather,
No, I
from that
didn't.
response. All right, will the real guilty hosts please stand? Oh!
Good question.
Who said stand?
I'm standing. I'm sure. I'm
Oh my
still
gosh.
newly married, and I'm trying to hold on to a good thing. I don't want things going wrong.
Is that why you asked the question?
I just want to make sure.
Is that what sparked the question?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So if
This can get a little crazy.
yes, I'm proud of you for that. If you're brave enough to join me over here, I'm going to show you what's going down with this question.
I am brave enough to
Because
find
it actually
out.
happens. It happens.
You see? You see?
All right, so I made you a simplified animation, I'll call it that, all right? And we're standing on it, right? And there's actually a casing around the penis that's pretty thin. And when the penis flexes like
I'm
this,
standing on it?
Look right there. It breaks. See the crack? And when that break happens, now you got a problem because it's called the tunica albuginea, that casing. And when it begins, lots of blood starts to pour out. It fills up the penis with blood, which is not very pretty looking. But on the outside, here's what you see: that big growing bruise, the swelling.
Whoa.
You haven't seen that, have you?
No, when I don't want to. I want to avoid this.
Yes. Well,
What can cause this?
Well, it's usually younger men who are involved.
Okay.
Men in their 20s and 30s, they tend to be more vigorous, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that, of course, by the way, it can happen to any age group person. So,
Lord.
But there are certain sexual positions that tend to be more problematic than others, which I can point them out if you're interested.
Gosh.
So.
This can get crazy.
So please have a seat. Yeah. When the woman's on top, it's a bit more of a problem.
Okay.
Because usually it happens because an erect penis hits something hard, so it misses the target, so to speak.
Oh.
And when you miss the target, then the guy will jump up. There's a snapping sound, which you hear.
What's the
I didn't know
from?
a penis can snap.
So that is like.
Well,
Tamara's curious now.
Yes. See, it was a good question.
You know that casing, that little. You don't have a.
this happened to me in '86, so I'm just listening. It happened to me.
Keep going.
So you know how like a hot dog has a little piece of
the
skin on the outside?
Yeah.
That cracks, it snaps, and you can hear it. And then once it cracks, all the blood happens, then you actually have to, it requires an operation. Or you'll be.
Look at their faces.
Yeah.
Look at
An operation.
Like, what do they do?
You actually stitch back the casing, otherwise the penis will stay bent the rest of his life.
I want to know, how long do you have to abstain? Wait.
Oh no.
How long does that take to get?
We're gonna keep talking afterwards. A couple weeks.
But you see that? That's why they say, men, we made you and we could break you.
Oh! Lonnie, Adrian, Jeannie, and Tamara, thank you for being here today. Love you guys. You can watch The Real every day. Check your local listings. I'll be right back.
Ready for this?
It's The Dish on Oz, our brand new food series.
Make it tasty.
Daphne Oz and Friends. We're serving it up every Wednesday in November. The Dish on Oz.
Nurses, they are the heart and soul of our healthcare. I know firsthand the integral role that they play in providing education and care, and especially healing to everyone around them. Now, I personally have depended on the wisdom and the guidance, support, and nurturing of nurses throughout my career as a surgeon, which is why I am so proud to be celebrating them with the first ever Future of Nursing Scholarship Contest. They deserve this. Take a look.
It's a global scholarship contest that started in Asia with our partner USANA Health Sciences. From China to the Philippines and on to Singapore. We wanted to reward nurses who represent the future of health. Find out how they are helping you. And now the contest is making its way to the U.S. We've already received hundreds of submissions from nurses around the world. They told us what inspired them to become a nurse.
My mother unexpectedly passed away. Ever since then, I've had a bigger drive to be something.
I can't stand being powerless, being in a state or a place where I don't feel like I'm doing as much as I can.
My dad had a heart attack, my mom had a total thyroidectomy. I share those things because that's what inspired me to become a nurse.
What the job means to them.
It's my purpose. I found something I see myself doing far into the future.
The nurse isn't just there to heal the person physically, to help with their pain, but they're also there to be that patient's advocate.
To make sure that they are mentally getting what they need and the emotional support that they need.
And why they represent the future of nursing.
When I become a nurse, which I know I'm going to for sure become a nurse, I'm going to make sure that every patient is treated how I wanted my grandma to be treated inside of that nursing home.
I want to be a voice and guide other people and help other people.
I want to grow and I want to be the best nurse I can possibly be.
Nurses, the unsung heroes of healthcare, dedicate their lives to helping and healing others. That's why I partnered up with USANA to give nurses this ultimate opportunity. The Future of Nursing Essay Contest will award a lucky winner with $10,000 towards nursing school tuition. The applicants have been pouring in, but there's still time for you to enter. Go to DrOz.com for all the details and make sure to enter by November 15th.
I am the future of nursing.
I'm the future of nursing. I am the future of nursing because I want a career that's challenging, interesting, and I want to make a difference in people's lives every day.
Could you be the face of the future of nursing?
Oh my, the submissions keep rolling in. It's not too late for you to enter. I'm here to tell you more about this contest. As health coach and former nurse Angela Gray, who's here on behalf of my trusted sponsorship partner, USANA Health Sciences. Why was it so important for USANA to start this contest?
I think actually because I am a former nurse. I grew up with my mom who was a nurse. I've seen firsthand myself, like you've shared, how important nursing is and how hard they work. I had an actual experience with my son and a nurse who almost died when he was a baby. And so the first, they're often the first responders, like you mentioned. I think the stance that USANA is taking and being so supportive of these nurses and what they do is so important and shows their support in all parts of the health industry. So I'm really, really proud to be part of that. My mom was a nurse. I grew up watching that. My daughter's a nurse. My son and my other two daughters are both in the health industry. So it's a big part of who we are as well. So I'm so excited to see USANA support the nurses in this way.
I spoke earlier of how much I've been touched by nurses, but I remember vividly Flora Wong, who was the head nurse in the operating room when I started.
Yeah.
And Flora would look over my shoulder when I was finishing open heart surgery, and one of the big complications we have is bleeding, because you have to give heavy doses of blood thinners and you put hundreds of stitches in, so little holes can bleed. And she would tell me if she thought the patient had stopped bleeding enough to close their chest.
Yeah.
And she'd say, Flora, I say, Flora, what do you think? And she says, it must be more like the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
And that was her goal. It would have to be that dry, that free of blood. And it wasn't just nice to have her patting me on the back and say, good job. It also meant that someone with a lot of experience, who'd seen many, many operations and knew what success looked like and what failure could look like, warned me, which is what nurses often do. They're an early detection system.
Yeah.
They'll often tip us off to issues we may not pick up on, which is why when you talk to your nurses, they can translate that back to us. It makes everything work better.
Absolutely.
So what attributes are you looking for in this nursing competition?
Not only a knowledgeable nurse, like you were saying, for sure, absolutely a competent nurse, but really I love the way that we're moving in towards more holistic care. So really someone that, first of all and foremost, that they understand how important their own self-care is. This is a really, really tough job, right? And oftentimes we put ourselves last. So that's really important to me because you can recognize a nurse when she walks in if she cares about herself, quite honestly. And if she does, then that's going to be paid forward in her compassion, in the innovative way she gives the care, being motivated. So all of those reasons. So self-care is really important. And looking for a well-rounded nurse who understands the holistic aspect of it.
So we've been doing this competition around the world, as you just heard. We want to hear from all the passionate nursing students here in this country who are ready to inspire and help everyone they meet. And there's still time for you to enter the Future of Nursing contest. You just have to go to DrOz.com for all the details and just make sure you enter by November the 15th. That's the deadline. For everyone else, for everybody else, pay attention to this because we've got advice from someone who knows a lot. Because nurses are very insightful about prevention and they're very open to supplements. So they believe in you being able to help yourselves. For example, what kind of preventive supplement do you believe? What's one that you typically take?
Okay, so I like a lot of them, and USANA's great, but this is one of my favorite ones. This is a probiotic. Probiotic is such an easy way to take care of your health. Very important for, your digestive system, your immune system. And I think they're not all created equally either. Quality is really, really important, and USANA really has that covered with, I think they have definitely the guarantee that the two highly most researched probiotic strains are in every single one of the packets. So it's really easy, which is important for me. So they're sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, which is also very important to us as consumers, right? But they also have like a mild sweet flavor, which I have a sweet tooth, and so that's nice. And you can mix it with any, you don't have to drink this, but my kids drink it like this, but you can mix it with any cold beverage. I actually just take it straight right from the packet, so it's super, super simple.
Thanks for what you do.
Yeah,
Honestly.
thank you for having me.
It's honored.
Thank you.
Thanks to my trusted sponsor partner, USANA Health Sciences. You can go to DrOz.com for a chance to win one of 1,000 packs of USANA's probiotic.
Awesome.
And what about the audience? They're so attentive.
Yes.
Should they get some?
They absolutely should.
Are you all going home with USANA's probiotic too? Enjoy it. Feel Bell. We'll be right back.
Ah, the sizzle of bacon. Could this breakfast staple put you at risk? The story you haven't heard. That's coming up on Monday.
Do you have a stressful life, high blood pressure, even suffer from insomnia? Well, studies show there's a new remedy for combating these health problems that might just surprise you. It's fish. No, I'm not talking about the omega-3s in your diet, but just simply watching them in an aquarium in your own home. I was so fascinated by this science that I wanted to deep dive into the research and find out the truth for myself. I had a blast doing my homework. Every evening, I actually make sure I take a moment and watch those little fish swim down that yellow brick road because studies show it can improve your mood. One study actually showed that simply watching fish can reduce your blood pressure by up to 4%. So check out Tanked on Animal Planet Friday night at 9 p.m. to learn more. And remember, together, change is happening. Our journey is just beginning.